Hello everyone, today I bring you good news. The prices of building materials have stabilized. Look at that, look at that, look at that. I've been keeping an eye on them for the past 1 month, and I will say that they're not coming any lower than the average for the past 1 month. I know that the exchange rate started going up again recently, but I think that this is a good time to give you an update on the cost estimate. For those of you that have been waiting for the prices to come down, I made a video a while ago saying that the prices were still high, but right now I believe it's a good time to give you the cost estimate of building this 4-bedroom bungalow based on the prices of building materials in May 2024. That is this month. You guys know that the prices are crazy in Nigeria, prices of everything, not just building materials. So please use the cost of building materials I will state in this video as a guide. If you need the floor plan for this bungalow, the download link will be in the description box below this video. As Jara, in this video I'll compare the cost of building this 4-bedroom bungalow this month, May 2024, with the cost of building the same house last year around October 2023, so that we can see the effect this recent increase will have on our pockets. As always, what I discuss in this video is how much it will cost to take this building from the foundation to the roofing level. Yes, the carcass, the skeletal part of this house. Also, this estimate is the roughest cost estimate you will ever get for a building. I'm just doing this to give you an idea. If you want very specific to the one block cost estimate, you need to get the services of a quantity surveyor who will measure everything, to the nearest centimeter and give you a more accurate quote. Okay, while preparing for this video, while gathering information that I need to make this video, I met with a sweet surprise, especially for those that live outside Nigeria. Nigerians that live in the diaspora, or Nigerians living in Nigeria that earn in the foreign currency. If you earn in foreign currency, this is your time. You have a sweet surprise. So just pay attention, good attention, while watching the video so that you will see the surprise. This is the information on the house we are going to use for this estimate today. It's a 4-bedroom bungalow, all en suite. It has an entrance porch, an anteroom, one big living room, a bar area. Do people still put bars in their homes? Yeah, you can use that space for any other thing. You can decorate it. A dining area, a terrace outside the dining, one kitchen, a terrace outside the kitchen, and one visitor's toilet. The floor is a total of 232 square meters. That's about 2,500 square feet. We measure in meters in Nigeria, but just to give an idea to those in the USA. As always, I'm going to break down the cost in stages. Stage 1, foundation and DPC. Stage 2, sidewalls, parapet, and roofing. For those who are new to this channel, what I call a stage or a safe stage on this channel is the stage you can bring a house to, and then you can leave it, and go away for some time while you take a breather, while you go to work and save up more money to continue with the building. At a safe stage, even if the sun, the rain beat it at that stage that you're at for a reasonable amount of time, it will not affect the structure of the building. For instance, if you build only the foundation of a house and leave it and go away, no, it's not good for rain to beat it for a long time, for months, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, while you wait to save up some money, or maybe, something happened, you had an emergency and you couldn't continue. This is why I break this down in stages, so that you can have an idea of how much money you need to have before you start the house, or how much money you need to have before you start each stage, so that you will not waste your money. Yeah, because when, these buildings are destroyed by the elements. Whenever you come back, you may need to knock down some parts of it and start from the beginning. That's waste of money. Yeah. That said, this bungalow has 2 safe stages. Stage 1, foundation and DPC. Stage 2 is made up of sidewalls, parapet and roofing. So for stage 1, these are the building materials you will need. What they cost in October 2023 and what they cost now in May 2024. You can see that 12 mm rods, that's Y12, was about 5,000 naira in October last year, and right now it is 8,700 naira each. Yeah, for one rod. Binding wire has doubled in price. One piece of 9 inches hollow block was 330 naira back in October, but now it's 450 naira. That's because the cost of cement has increased from 5,600 naira per bag to 7,750 naira per bag right now. What else? Bags of nails have more than doubled in price since late last year. For this stage, the cost of building materials for the foundation and DPC, if you had built this house in October last year, comes to a total of 3.5 million naira. But right now, that will set you back 4.9, let's just call that 5 million naira, a difference of 1.5 million naira. For those who earn in foreign currency, it will actually cost you less to build now than last year because the naira is sinking. So your foreign currency will give you more naira now than last year. So even though the prices of building materials increase due to the exchange rate, it's cheaper for those who earn in hard currency to build now. The irony. Now stage 2, I'm going to break stage 2 further into sub-stages. So first, the side walls. This is the rough estimate of materials you need for the side walls. The cost of sand and stone depends on where your site is. Even within the same state, some sand pits are closer to certain places than others. Sand is more expensive if they source it from rivers than when they get it from, digging down hilly sand deposits. The same goes with stone. If your site, that's your building site, is close to stone quarries, you will get it cheaper than those building in places that are far away from these quarries. At this stage of doing the side walls, you can use granite to cast the lintels and the pillars. It depends on, how easy it is for you to source granite from where your building site is. Right now, if you're buying granite from Okigwe in Imo State, which is where most people from my side of Anambra State and Imo State, source their granite from. Even some Enugu people building in Enugu State, they can source their granite from there because it's quite close. I don't know about any other closer place where you can buy granite from if you're building in Enugu. Yeah, right now, to bring it to Anambra State, I don't know about taking it to Enugu because all these things depend on the distance because, they have to charge you for the wear and tear on their truck. They have to charge you for the cost of diesel, which is through the roof now. So they're going to, if you're bringing it to Anambra State, it will cost you 550,000 naira for 20 tons of granite. Then 600,000 naira for 25 tons. Compare that to last year. Around October last year, it was 450,000 naira and 500,000 naira respectively. Again, as you can see, it is cheaper for those who earn in hard currency due to the exchange rate. For the parapet, these are the rough estimates of the building materials you will need. One thing I've noticed in this comparison between last year and now is that one building material whose price did not increase by much is plank. I don't know why, because even the price of wood, that's 2x2 wood and 2x4 wood, increased by a lot. These are gotten from the same trees, so what's gone? For the roofing, you can see that as always, the stone tiles take the majority of the cost because these roofing tiles are very expensive. You can bring the cost down by some amount by using the cheaper roofing sheets such as plain aluminum roofing sheets, Cameroon zinc, etc. As the prices of roofing sheets are increasing, So are the prices of other accessories such as the hills and valleys. And you know, these hills and valleys are made with the same material as the roofing sheets. And then you have the nails. As you have seen so far, the prices of nails have more than doubled between October last year and now. So there must be something going on with the manufacturing or importation of nails. I don't know. So I expect the cost of nails used in roofing to increase in a similar manner. And then there are other accessories, gums and all that. Yeah, I don't want to go into all those details. When you're buying the roofing sheets, they will list all the accessories you need. Again, those who earn in hard currency are balling. It's cheaper to build now for you all. And this brings us to a grand total of 18.6 million naira to bring this 4-bedroom bungalow to this skeletal level this May 2024. As usual, I added 2 million naira for miscellaneous expenses. There are always unforeseen expenses right there on the site while the job is still going on. Even if you build your house without delay, you will notice that by the time you finish, some building materials would have increased in cost. This is Nigeria. You're not sure of the price in the next 1 hour, let alone the next day. Yeah, let alone weeks. So prices of things are increasing anyhow. Even if you buy everything at once before you start, remember, like I said, this is a very rough estimate, so you may need to buy more materials as you go along. So that's why I always put this miscellaneous. If you don't spend it, that's more money in your pocket. You don't have to spend it. It's just that that's why I put it in red. It's just, yeah, my thoughts based on my experience building. Another thing that is not here, you will need water. Some people will sink a borehole on site before building. Some people will prefer to leave it for later. You know, they just want to, you know, get the house going first. That's the major expense. And dig a borehole later. If that's you, that means that you will need to buy water while you're building the house. So I did not include the cost of water here. And remember, there are no labor costs in the estimate because labor costs vary by a lot from place to place. I always try to stay away from costs that are so variable, okay? But bear that in mind that you will need additional amount of money for labor and transportation of materials from the market to your site, okay? Loading, offloading, all these things are not included here because it depends on how far away your site is from the market and the cost of these things, you know, in the area or the city where you're building. Okay, if you found this video valuable, take a moment to give it a like and share it with your friends and family who need this information. Yeah, you can always come to my channel, search for Floflofinance, cost of building materials, and this video will come up. In my opinion, the prices of building materials have stabilized. Yeah, you remember I made a video some time ago saying that it was still going crazy, but yeah, for the past 1 month, it hasn't moved. You know, there are like major building materials that you use to check these things, such as cement, rod. They've been pretty stable for the past 1 month. Yeah, I would say. So if you have been waiting, you know, if your money has been waiting for you to use it to start your building project, I believe this is a good time to start. Like I always say, this is not an advice. This is my opinion based on what I've seen happening, and we don't know what will happen tomorrow again. And another price increase, crazy price increase will happen. So while we are still stable, yeah, and I know that recently the exchange rate started going up again, that has not had that much influence on the prices of goods and services. So before this recent increase starts having that kind of effect on the prices of it, I think it's time for you to go and buy everything in bulk and start building. You know, this country is unpredictable. So once you see an opportunity, you dive in and make use of that opportunity. Yeah, I know that right now we're entering the rainy season. Usually I say rainy season is not a good time to start building, but we're still in May. The rains have not really come like that. The rains affect the foundation the most. So you can do the foundation now if you can mobilize quickly and do the foundation. And it also depends on the part of Nigeria where you're building. If you're building in the coastal areas, of course, they're bang in the middle of rainy season already. So, but if you're building more inland, the rains haven't really come with full force by May. Remember, you can download the floor plan for this building by clicking the link below Bye. See you in my next video.